Okay, whenever you're ready, you may go.
My name is Sydney Malik, and I did my presentation on Tyson Foods. Just for a small overview of the company was incorporated by John W. Tyson, and the first name for Tyson Foods was Tyson Feed and Hatchery, mostly because all they did was just breed animals instead of just selling them most of the time. Their headquarters are located in the northwest corner of Springdale, Arkansas. I really thought that said Springfield, and I got kind of excited because I was like, ooh, The Simpsons. Then I saw it said Springdale. And then the president and CEO is Dean Banks. And when I looked at his picture, I noticed that Tyson has two different logos. They have the red and the yellow one, and then they also have the blue one with the T on it. And then they were recognized in 2016 and 2017 as one of the best places to work for anybody in the LGBTQ community by the Human Rights Campaign Foundation's Corporate Equality Index. And then their purpose, and this was on their website, this is one of the first things that you see when you pull up their website, raising the world's expectations for how much good food can do. They believe that eating good food and having good food can help you a lot in life. And a lot of their values were be honorable and operate with integrity, be faith-friendly and inclusive, serve as stewards of the resources entrusted to us, and provide a safe work environment. And then their company code of ethics was long. It was very long. But they did have these 5 right here on a page together with little pictures next to them. But it was caring, candor, creativity, collaboration, and commitment. They are really into the whole teamwork. Everybody has to work together. Working together will solve the problem. And then when I read this, I was a little upset because I couldn't believe that there was a company who would have had an allegation like this. But in last year, there were managers at the Tyson Foods meat processing plant, which is one of their biggest plants, that they were taking bets on how many of their employees would get sick during the pandemic. And during the month of May, most of the company's officials had said over 1,000 employees had contacted COVID and at least 6 had died. And in August, the son of one of the workers who had died sued Tyson because of the allegations and unhygienic conditions in the company. The suit was later amended with further allegations that one of the managers had organized a cash buy-in winner-take-all betting pool for him and the other managers and supervisors to see how many of the employees would test positive. And then I really thought this was kind of ironic because this year, now they're offering all their employees free COVID vaccines at their plants in Iowa this week. And a lot of the officials of the company expect that the employees will be vaccinated a lot, probably by Saturday, because they had started this last week. And in preparation for the vaccines, they have provided resources and education about the vaccine to their employees and team members. They also announced that they will compensate their workers if they're vaccinated outside of their normal shift. And I thought this was really nice because you don't see a lot of companies doing this type of thing. But one of their charities was One Egg, putting protein into the hands of the next generation. And as a lot of people know, there's a lot of places out there where a lot of the people don't get enough food, a lot of the children don't get enough protein or even get to eat most of the time. So their thing is that they would go around to all these countries. They have Nepal, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Haiti, and there are at least 6 more. And they go to these countries and they give each single children an egg. And thanks to this project, they've been able to provide over 10 million eggs and support 8,000 kids and bring the awareness of the importance of animal proteins to these countries. And then their visuals, their sales went up by a lot. So I looked at the one from 2018, and that one said 9 billion. And then the one from 2019, I noticed said 10 billion. So they went up at least $1 billion. And that their net income went from 350 million up to 551 million. And then the little chart down there shows us how They separate their foods. They don't do a whole lot of beef or really pork or prepare the foods, but more or less they kind of do like other things. You know, they do a lot of chicken most of the time, as we know. And then this picture shows us our volume and price changes within the company, and you can see how it changes throughout the beef and pork, and then really through the chicken and the prepared foods. And then you can also see that most of their operating income had gone up at least $300 million.
My grandfather had a truck and he was hauling fruits and vegetables in northwest Arkansas. He saw an opportunity to buy a load of live chickens and take them to Chicago and Kansas City. He bought the live chickens, took them to Chicago. We've been in the food production business ever since.
There's a lot of history within this company, and there's a lot of pride that goes way back to the very beginnings of where we evolved from.
Tyson is so much more than a chicken company. We're a beef company, a pork company.
We do pizza toppings, we do tortillas.
We truly are a global multi-protein company. We have operations in 4 countries and sales offices across the world.
Big is not necessarily a bad thing. Big means that we have the resources to do things right.
A lot of times Tyson is the largest operation in a community. So, we feel the responsibility to try to do as much as we can to give back in the communities in which we work and live.
Since 2000, we've donated over 90 million pounds of protein to various food banks throughout the U.S.
We take pride in feeding families. That's who we are, that's what we do.
There's a few things that are always consistent with our products, and that's the quality and the safety, but it's always about trying to try new things.
We do a lot of research on what are the upcoming flavors, what are those emerging flavors.
Innovation is key to any company. What got us here won't get us there.
We are constantly looking to improve how we are meeting the needs of an ever-changing consumer.
We put a lot of pride in the products that we produce because we know that these products ultimately end up on a plate, on a consumer's table.
Obviously, we're committed to making the best food anywhere.
The core of what we're doing here at Tyson is just making food delicious. That's what we're all about.
And that is it.
Good job. Good job. Very good.